Part 2 with Ivan Leon and
Jair Perez. Let's go.
We're back at it another week, episode 2. Appreciate you guys coming back on. On the topic of coaches, what do you think about coaches in the sense that they could either break or make some players, right? What you think about that? That's a big topic.
It's a big topic because we had coaches that there's different styles of coaching, right? And there's also different style of players, right? Some people, they don't like to feel pressure or like when a coach puts pressure on you, but there's players that thrive in that environment where they're like, if a coach is cussing you out or whatever, they play better, right? And then there's other players that fold under that pressure, you know? And then there's obviously like the coach that is like more laid back, more chill vibes, more, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's different ways of coaching, but the main thing I think what makes a good coach is that they figure out how to get to each one of their players. Because you'll have to change it based on who he's talking to and all that, you know?
And those are the good coaches.
Those are good coaches. But also, on the topic of, I've heard there was a lot of middle school, high school trials in these last few weeks.
Yeah.
If for a player that didn't make a team, what would you tell him right now?
Man, if I didn't make the team, I would... First thing, you want to stay positive, right? Because...
Super important.
Super important. If you think about Michael Jordan, best player of all time, right? He didn't make...
That's debatable.
Okay.
LeBron James, but...
he didn't make one of the high school teams or something like that. The best player, one of the best players of all time, didn't make the high school team. So I would tell him, if you didn't make your middle school team, it's not the end of the world, right? Like, you still got years to go, right? So
keep training, keep improving.
Keep training, but like whenever you train, like be proactive. Don't just like shoot free kicks or
have a purpose.
Have a purpose, right? Like, and my style of training is you try to make it as intense as possible, like you're in a game. So then whenever you're in a game, it's you know what I'm saying? Like,
so they say train like you play.
Train like you play. That's the key.
The main way to improve is you got to train like if you're in a game. What we mean by that is even if you're training by yourself, you got to imagine that there's a player there in front of you. Exactly. You got to do the movement in game speed. Not just doing the movement, but game speed. There's a difference.
Yep.
And when you start to improve, you'll notice the difference.
Yeah.
And my main advice would be just because you don't make a team doesn't mean you're a bad player. You also got to remember that some coaches have a different style of play. They look for different qualities. For example, in college football, like college soccer, some teams, maybe the coach is like super fast players that play more direct. And then maybe you could be a shorter guy, maybe you aren't that physical, and maybe you play more passing style of game, like passing style of play. So that matters a lot too. So remember, they be saying when one door closes, another one opens. So you just have to keep pushing, keep training, because if you stop training and you don't make a team, then you won't go anywhere.
You
could be mad you didn't make the team, but if you're not doing anything to change the outcome, it's still the same. It'll stay the same.
Yeah. And another thing is, like, it's important to not blame it on the coaches, and because obviously, like you just said, some coaches are going to not be the best, but if you're a really good player and you train and you go at it, it's going to be hard for a coach to be like, nah, I can't put this guy in.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to work and be so good that it's undebatable that the coach doesn't have to think who to put in, you know what I'm saying? Or who makes a team.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't even have to think about it, you know? So I feel like everybody could control that just by training, getting around the right people, the right teams and the right coaches, you know?
Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with more.
Let's go.